and mixtures. So mixtures are substances that are formed from two or more different substances. Okay? So mixtures is a really broad category. It's just when you mix together two or more different substances. They could be elements, they could be compounds, doesn't really matter, just two or more of them. Now most substances that we see are mixtures, just because that just happens to be what we see in the world. Now the difference is that they're very easy to separate. So I could separate salt and water very easily, just boil the water away. I could separate sand and water, and just filter it. Now the reason they're easy to separate is because they're not chemically bonded to one another. Okay, they're not linked together by chemical bonds. Now mixtures have no fixed composition. Okay, like in compounds, we saw that you could only ever have one oxygen for two hydrogens. Okay, but with mixtures, you can have an infinite array of compositions. Let's take salt and water. Salt water is a mixture of salt and water. However, you can add different amounts of salt, but you still call it salt water. Okay, so if I added 10 grams of salt to 100 milliliters of water, that would still be called salt water. And if I was to add 100 grams of salt to 100 milliliters of water, that would still be called salt water. Okay, so you can see that I can change the composition, but we still call it the same thing. So that makes it different to a compound. Okay. Mixtures are said to have variable properties. Explain how this can occur. Because mixtures don't have a set composition, they can be changed, so their composition can be changed, so their properties can vary greatly. For example, a mixture of alcohol and water may not be flammable when there's more water than alcohol, but changing the proportions, it will become more flammable as the alcohol percentage increases. So if I took 50% water, 50% ethanol and tried to burn it, it might burn, but it probably won't. But if I took 99% ethanol and 1% water, that would probably light on fire. Okay? So you can see the properties are changing just by changing how much of each chemical I have. Similarly, if I had pure water, or maybe 1% salt, 99% water, it probably doesn't conduct electricity very well. Compared to 99%, or maybe compared to 75% salt, 25% water. That might conduct electricity far better. So, similar situation here.